William and Kate, who are pictured on a visit to East London yesterday. Royal Correspondent Roya Nikkhah was with them. And, yeah, they haven't actually, these two, put a foot wrong, have they?
They've been doing pretty well
yeah.
for the last few months. They were out in East London yesterday at a bakery in Brick Lane, where there was a bit of a bake-off. They both got involved in making bagels. They were there to sort of highlight how that bakery has been supporting the community. The day actually started at the London Bridge Job Centre, where I joined them, so I didn't get any bagels in, but they were talking to people who have been affected by coronavirus, who are out of work, who are looking for work, those who've been helped back into work. And they went on to the East London Mosque in Whitechapel, which was all about talking to volunteers who've been supporting the community and meeting some of the people who've benefited from some of the funds from the National Emergency Trust, which William has been patron of.
And when you, I mean, because you were there and you can see, do you think that people genuinely feel better after they've been there? Do you know what I mean? Does it give them a real boost?
When I spoke to them, as well as sort of being with them and watching the interaction with the people at the job centre, I then spoke to quite a few of them afterwards to say, you know, what does it mean to have the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge come and listen to you? And they all felt it's important for them to be able to talk to William and Kate, who are, you know, figureheads of sorts, so they understand what's going on in the country, that not everyone is having, you know, not everyone is seamlessly getting back to work, that it's difficult out there on the front line. Yeah,
good for them, good for them. Now, look, lots of reaction to Prince Harry's birthday yesterday.
Yes, he turned 36. So 36 is, you know, starting his new life in America. A very poignant day. Of course, that's the same age that his mother was when she passed away. Lots of well wishes for him from all members of the royal family. Photos were put out from the Queen, from the Prince of Wales, and from William and Kate.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a hoo-ha about that, isn't there? I mean, a lot of people were reading things into the photograph, I guess.
There's been a lot of hoo-ha. I mean, this picture of...
it's a great picture. I love that picture.
It's a great... And it was a very happy occasion.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of reading between the lines.
Right.
Is this, you know, supposed to symbolise Harry running away from his, you know, royal past into his future? The Queen's photo was a Queen just of the two of them with Prince Harry, and Prince of Wales put out a picture of the two of them at the Invictus Games. I mean, look, you could argue... Perhaps it shows, you know, there's no Meghan in any of the photos. What does that mean? But actually, with royal protocol, if you look at all previous birthday pictures that households put out of members of the royal family, they don't always include their other half. They do quite often just focus on that one person. I think because of what's gone on in the last few months, the split, his new life in America, people are very keen to read stuff into these kind of pictures.
I know. And usually on your birthday, you get a big present. But actually, Harry has donated a massive sum of money to a charity that means an awful lot to both him and Meghan in Africa. I know Africa is very special to both of them.
Well, this time last year, we were preparing to go on that Africa tour with Harry and Meghan just a year ago. How much has changed? And so they put out a statement last night that they had donated $130,000 to CAMFED, which is the Campaign for Female Education. It helps girls and young women get education, access to education in Africa. Harry and Meghan saw some of that work last year on the tour, and they put out a joint statement saying, no better way to celebrate what really matters.
Do you know, that's excellent. Absolutely excellent. Nobody could take any exception to that, for goodness sake. It's a great thing to do and it will change lives. Now, the Queen, this is interesting, it came out today. The Queen's to be removed as head of state in Barbados. Now, we know how much the Commonwealth means to the Queen. How significant is that? Does it change anything dramatically?
It's an interesting one. Barbados has been there before. The Queen did a state visit to Barbados in the 1970s. Very important part of the Commonwealth, her realms to her. But Barbados has announced its intention that it wants to try and have full sovereignty itself, independence, by the 55th anniversary of its independence next November. So they're attempting to remove the Queen as head of state. They've announced this before. Famously, last time they did it, we sent Prince Harry on a Caribbean tour. He went to Barbados, he hugged the Prime Minister, the matter disappeared.
Right.
We can't do that now with any members of the royal family. So it'll be interesting to see whether actually in a year's time that happens.
Fascinating, isn't it? Very, very interesting. And also, I don't know whether the royal family are going to be watching Spitting Image. I'm not sure, but there's a few of them that are going to appear.
There are quite a few of them.
Oh, gosh.
There they are in all their glory.
It's not the most flattering, is it? Let's be honest. Even Meghan doesn't look that great.
Spitting Image is back, and they're going to have puppets of the Queen, of the Prince of Wales. I think Prince Andrew was the last one that was just released a couple of days ago.
Yes.
The royal family are always very careful about not committing to whether they watch programmes like The Crown or Spitting Image. I know that William and Harry have actually watched The Crown. I suspect they probably will be tuning in just to see what they say. I mean, the puppets are absolutely brilliant.
They're very funny. They are actually, I mean, they're caricatures, of course they are. I used to love when they did it before and they had the Queen Mother talking in a sort of northern voice and drinking gin all the time. It was great.
Well, they're not short of storylines now, that's
No, that's
sure.
very true. It will kind of write itself. Roya, thank you.
Pleasure.
As always, thank you very much. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.